Welcome to Cloud Infrastructure Services YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to tell you about the NIST Password Guidelines Requirements for 2023 and 2022 best practices. After watching this video, you're going to learn how to maximize password security the NIST way. So let's just get started. So at number 1, we have that password length is much more important than the complex password. Well, this is because that even if you have complex password, if the length is small, then the total number of possible solutions or the possible combinations of characters and special characters including numbers is far much lower than having a longer password. At number 2, we have avoiding frequent password resets. According to NIST, forcing employees or users to regularly reset passwords can make the whole process daunting. Hence why most people are not very creative when setting passwords. Result is they end up creating passwords that are very similar to the previous one, and then those passwords can be breached very easily. So that is why NIST recommends that you do not force your employees or you do not change your passwords frequently. At number 3, we have screened passwords against the list of breached passwords. So once a password has been breached and it is publicly known, that password is placed inside the list of breached passwords. So newly created password must always be screened to make sure that they are not compromised or very commonly used. A good example is that if you're using Google Chrome, when you type in a password which seems to Google Chrome that it can be breached or it has been previously breached, then it shows you these notifications on your screen. At number 4, we have something for the developers. So according to the list, you should always allow users to copy paste password. Now this is because if they are using an automatically generated password which is very complex and lengthy, they do not want to type that password inside that password field. So what they end up doing is that they end up choosing a really weak password. And then at number 5, NIST recommends to always have a show password option. Now this is because if the users are trying to type in or paste in the very complex password, so they really want to see if they're not typing it correctly. So having the option to simply click on a checkbox and your password is going to be visible instead of asterisks, then that is really useful for the end user. Now at number 6, we have block passwords present in password dictionaries. Now what do we mean by this? Basically, if you're using passwords that resemble words from a dictionary, like apple, banana or something like that, or anything that is included in a dictionary can easily be breached with the help of a brute force attacks. Now at number 7, we have restricting the use of incremental or repetitive characters in password. Now for example, the password like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or a password containing the part A, B, C, D, which are incremental, are very much prone to be breached. So NIST recommends that you limit or restrict the user from doing such kind of shenanigans in the password. At number 8, the NIST says that do not use context-specific words as password. Now using usernames, names of services, derivatives or any other context-specific words as passwords should be strictly avoided because these are really easy to guess and breach. Now at number 9, the NIST recommends to restrict the number of attempts that a user has for failed passwords. Now, most of the times by default multiple applications, even WordPress, does not put a limit on the total number of login attempts that a user can make. So putting up that limit can really save your WordPress website from brute force attacks and for other type of attacks. At number 10, we have two-factor authentication. The two-factor authentication can really safeguard your account even if your password has been breached. Because in two-factor authentication, you get a notification on your mobile phone number that you're trying to log into this particular website and you get a code that is very specific for that specific attempt. So without that code, you cannot actually log into your account even if you have the correct username and the correct password. At number 11, we have password hash salting. Now salting passwords with a minimum of 32-bit data units is one of the key requisites in NIST password standards. After this, passwords must be hashed with one-way KDF, which is key derivation function, to make them stronger. Now these were the most recommended password guidelines by NIST for 2022 and 2023. Now, if you're looking for security regarding the password of Active Directory or Office 365, then you can use our Active Directory password auditing tool, which is called InfraSOS. Now, the link for InfraSOS is going to be in the description box as well. So, if you have learned anything in this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.